What's crackin' Party House boys and girls, and welcome to a very special crossover edition of the Party House News Report. Today is Monday, February 25th. We got Big Boss Jared Simpson as the anchorman. We got Leon Aristeguieta behind the camera, and we have a very special guest. Introduce yourself, my man.
You know, it's your boy, favorite Pittsburgh boy, Nick Seifert.
It is our favorite Pittsburgh boy. Today, we have some big Party House news, including a very special birthday shout-out and Logan George's top 4 favorite car models. But first, let's talk politics and news. Venezuelan interim president Juan Guaido met with U.S. Vice President Mike Pence in Bogota, Colombia, after escalating tensions stemming from President Maduro blocking humanitarian aid from entering Venezuela.
President Trump announced that he will delay tariffs on China due to progressing trade talks. He also said he would like to schedule another summit at the Mar-a-Lago resort to finalize a trade deal.
U.S. and Taliban officials will meet today in Qatar to discuss peace in Afghanistan. The Taliban's deputy leader will participate in this meeting.
Alright, more news with President Trump. He heads to Hanoi this week to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The president is hoping to find a resolution to various issues in this latest geopolitical gambit.
3 rebels, a police officer, and a soldier were killed on Sunday in Kashmir as shops and businesses shut down to protest Indian rule of the area. Cardinal George Pell of Melbourne, Australia, has been found guilty of child sexual assault. The 3rd most senior Catholic in the world, Vatican treasurer, and economic advisor to Pope Francis, was convicted on 5 charges in an Australian court.
Right before Ash Wednesday, too. But in other news, in a resounding no, Japanese citizens in Okinawa voted to not allow another U.S. military base in Okinawa. 72.2% of citizens voted no.
And now, on to entertainment. Take it away, my brother Nick.
Green Book won Best Picture at a star-studded Oscars Sunday night. This was a major upset as Green Book was not expected to be the winner for the award. Rami Malek, who won Best Actor for his portrayal of Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, and Olivia Colman won Best Actress for her role in The Favorite. The night was also highlighted by Spike Lee's first Oscar, given to BlacKkKlansman for Best Adapted Screenplay.
If I can interject, Nick, I have only seen Bohemian Rhapsody out of all these movies. I'm sorry that I'm behind. I'm working on it. I'm going to watch some of these movies. But Bohemian Rhapsody was great, and Rami Malek deserves it. Whatever. I'll see him eventually. It'll be fine.
You're right.
So, in other entertainment news, one of my favorite albums of all time, Oxymoron, turns 5 years old today. Schoolboy actually should be releasing a new album soon, but I just want to talk a little bit about this album. This album is special to me. This album has gotten me through some times in my life. This album is my workout album. Break the Bank might be one of my favorite songs of all time. It's just an incredible album. If you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend that you go listen to the deluxe edition. Nick, do you have any comments on Oxymoron? Have you ever listened to it?
I have listened to it.
You have listened to it?
I have listened to it.
What do you think about it?
I think it's not bad.
Okay, I appreciate that. Anything else to add?
Pretty good.
Nice. Okay, now Ariana Grande will be returning to Manchester to perform the 2019 Manchester Pride Festival. 2 years ago, one of her concerts in Manchester was the target of a terrorist bombing. This is actually kind of like brave of her, maybe. Maybe that's not the right word, but this is good. I'm glad that you're moving on, Ariana, and that you're able to go back and perform for all your many fans in Manchester. It's a really nice thing. It brings a tear to your eye. And now, since we have a crossover episode with the Sports Boys, we're going to move on to sports, bros. Nick, take it away.
Alright, so your Pittsburgh boys' favorite hockey team, Pittsburgh Penguins. They lost to the Flyers 4-3 in overtime on Saturday. But during the game, Brian Dumoulin was forced out due to the concussion, and Chris Letang left with an upper body injury. But the Penguins will play the Columbus Blue Jackets on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. In other Penguins news, John Sebastian Dia, might be right,
You're good.
has been traded to the Florida Panthers for defenseman Chris Weidman.
The Penguins, they were doing well. This 4-3 loss to the Flyers hurts bad. Hurts me soul. It's hard on me, but we'll get them next time. The Flyers, it's rough. They're a rough team, but all right. Now I'm gonna run down some real quick news. Dustin Johnson, DJ, the man, won the WGC Mexico Championship on Sunday by 5 strokes. That's a PGA Tour news, by the way. Forward Eric Stahl has signed a 2-year extension with the Minnesota Wild. And the Baltimore Ravens have informed Michael Crabtree that he will be released today. Wild stuff.
Wow.
A big baseball update. The New York Yankees have signed outfielder Aaron Hicks to a 7-year, $70 million extension. Hicks is just another chapter in a very busy offseason for the Yankees, who also extended Luis Severino and CC Sabathia, as well as other extensions and free agent signings. Even though this is sort of a weak free agency, the Yankees are one of the better teams in this free agency, I would say, so far, coming out of it. And finally, you guys know how much I love wrestling. Roman Reigns announced on Monday night that his leukemia is in remission. This is good news. I'm glad to see you back on Raw announcing this. I'm glad to see that you're doing better. I think Roman Reigns gets a lot of heat for real, and I don't think he deserves it. He's a great wrestler. He's a great personality. He might be a bit boring. His hair is always wet. But, I'm happy for you, Roman. I hope that everything is going well.
And the last thing we got for sports news is that The Onion reports that the MLB Players Association has given counsel to the remaining free agents, urging them to add keywords to their resumes, such as baseball.
Wild reporting from The Onion.
Wow.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 PH boys on the couch about to announce some PH news. We got a PH boy behind the camera. That's 3 PH boys. I'm going to push it over to my boy Nick, and he's going to tell you our first news update. The big one.
The big one is that today is Kalau's birthday. Congrats, Kalau. You've been 15 for 3 years now. Might as well keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild, man. I can't wait till you can drive. And also, it took me a while to remember your last name. But I miss you, and I can't wait to see you come back. Spring break, maybe, summer, I don't know. It'll be cool. I can't wait to drive around and do nothing with you since you're 16. But it'll be fun. I love you, brother. Our next story, Adrian Weber announced to us today in this apartment before we filmed that he is poor and he's too cheap to buy things. It's wild, man. He doesn't support the economy. I don't know why we hang around with him, but actually, we love the dude. Come on, man. Adrian, he's essential.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Alright, more big news. Yesterday, me, Jared, Leon, Adrian, and Crow, we all braced the elements, packed up in Crow's mom's car, and we drove up to the Grove City outlets. It was an amazing day. We all bought pants, except for me. I really needed pants, but I couldn't find any pants that fit me, so you know how that is.
It happens.
Let's actually take it to some footage that we got from the big day yesterday.
What's going on in my apartment?
And we're back. So
Wild footage, Nick. Wild footage. Wild.
So, and to add on to that, afterwards we went to my house. So I was getting rid of some books. And you know how these bookworms, we
like to read.
You gotta get them books. So they went to my house, and this actually increases the number of party house boys that have been at my house to 6. So now we got Lean, we got Adrian, Crow, Logan, Jim, and Jared.
That's a large number of people. That's a large number.
Large.
I would like to comment on our Grove City Outlets trip real quick, Nick. It was extremely windy. I mean, the car was just moving back and forth. It was insane. And I got a hat. You know, it's a cool hat. It was a good trip. You know, we went to lots of stores. We saw lots of things. Probably the most productive Grove City Outlets trip I've had in my life. because I don't usually buy things. We had a fun time. We goofed around.
We
had some goofs, some gaffes. You know, we just did whatever, man. Where did we eat at, Nick? Did we eat? We ate the
food court.
We ate the food court.
I had Arby's.
Nick did not get enough Arby's.
I did not get enough Arby's.
No.
I just had one Sammy.
But shout out to Arby's. Arby's is
Shout
cool.
out to
It's
Arby's,
whatever.
yeah.
And now we're gonna move on to some other important PH news. Jim Smathers, our very own boy, got an A on his math project. He wanted me to specifically say that he got a 96%. Shout out to Jim. He had some rough times, and he's really bringing it back. You know, he's doing well in school. He's getting 96s on math projects. It's really nice to see our Party House boys succeed. Nick, you have anything to say about this?
I mean, just keep grinding, bro. All of us, you know, we always get on our high horse. We always plow through all those obstacles. You know, it's all about adversity, though. Pardon my tongue. But anyways, the great Joe Ferguson always told me, I forget what he said, but he said something about adversity, and it's just crazy how everything always comes around, you know?
What a man. Joe Ferguson, what a man.
Joe Ferguson.
And finally, we have one of our probably top 13 favorite Party House boys, Logan George. We have his top 4 favorite car models in order. That's 2 in orders in a row. At number 1, we have the Tesla Model X. Number 2, 1970s Corvette Stingray.
Good one.
Number 3, 1970 Dodge Charger.
Another
And
one.
number 4, the black 2007 Chevy Cobalt. Great list, Logan. Overall, I enjoy all the cars on this list. We're running out of time, guys. But I'm Jared Simpson.
I'm Nick Seifert.
And signing off from the Party House News Report, we love you. We'll be back on Wednesday with another crossover news report. Signing off, we'll see you next time.